Welcome to my Week 8 battle of the 5th season in the Pokemon Battle Hub Draft League. What's going on everyone, my name is Scorpion and today my team, the L.E.A.F agents, are taking on Lucario Man, coach of the El Paso Pokemon Club. I'll show you guys a quick overview of the team I'm bringing today, why I chose these Pokemon, and the Wi-Fi battle will follow. But first, if you're excited for this new Draft League Wi-Fi battle, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you're new. Lucario Man's team has some insane threats, starting with his primary Uber in Fluttermane, who outspeeds my whole team and puts enormous pressure on it thanks to its amazing Ghost Fairy stab combination. He also has a Reshiram as a phenomenal wall breaker, a solid defensive backbone with mons like Fortress and Toxapex, an Iron Boulder who is also very scary thanks to its speed tier, and two Terra Captains in Hydreigon and Incineroar, both of which are very strong checks to our Lunala. Because of the fact Hydreigon is my opponent's only switch into ground type attacks, we're starting off with a Life Orb Terra Ground Iron Moth. Terra Blast Ground is insanely spammable against my opponent's entire team, except for Hydreigon because of Levitate. This is why we have Dazzle and Gleam, but also to hit Conkeldurr as hard as possible. Flamethrower covers for a potential Terra Steel or Poison on the Hydreigon, while still doing solid damage to Fluttermane, and lastly we have Energy Ball to threaten Ursaluna Blood Moon as hard as we can. Next up is our primary check to our opponent's two Ubers in especially defensive Empoleon, who is EV'd to never be 2-killed by Reshiram's Earth Power and Choice Spec's Fluttermane's Shadow Ball. This allows us to grab momentum on both of them with Flip Turn, which grants safe entry points for our Iron Moth. In spite of our sassy nature, by putting 88 EVs into our speed, we can still outrun bulky variants of Incineroar and Ursaluna Blood Moon to hit them hard with Surf, all the while also not weakening our priority Aqua Jet to pick off a weakened Fluttermane. My last move is Roost just to increase our longevity even further. Reshiram could still be a problem though, so that's why we have our Lunala next, to be able to outspeed it and one-hit KO it with a Power Hub Meteor Beam. This one-time use attack can also allow us to muscle through Incineroar looking to wall our stab combination, while giving us a boost to wreak havoc against the rest of the team. Substitute can allow me to capitalize on a forced switch, which we may be able to use to score a surprise KO on Ursaluna Blood Moon or a pre-Terra Hydreigon with Focus Blast, really opening up the game for our Iron Moth to win. Lastly we have Moongeist Beam for solid coverage against the rest of my opponent's team. Fluttermane and Iron Boulder are still particularly problematic for my team, as they cannot be outrun even by a Choice Scarf Meowscarada thanks to boost energy. This is why we're taking VIKAVOLT with us as a means of slowing these threats down with Sticky Web. We have a very complicated EV spread that lets us survive a number of very important attacks from full health. Most notably an uninvested Flare Blitz from Incineroar, a Mighty Cleave from Iron Boulder, and a Blood Moon into Vacuum Wave combination from Ursaluna Blood Moon. This allows us to get up Sticky Web guaranteed and still be able to get up another potential hit thanks to our Custap Berry. We also have Endure in case my opponent leads Reshiram, allowing us to survive any one attack and still get the webs up. Discharge can let us get a potential paralysis on something, Bug Buzz hits Iron Boulder as hard as possible, and our 164 speed EVs will allow us to outrun Incineroar, but also a paralyzed Hydreigon and below. Hydreigon is not affected by Sticky Web though, which is why we're bringing in Assault Vest Sylveon next. With 82 HP EVs, 178 special defense EVs, we can always survive 2 Life Orb Terra Poison Terra Blast from it, and 2 KO it back with Psychic. Hyper Voice does great damage to the rest of his team, Draining Kiss can let us get recovery back to more easily take on Ursaluna Blood Moon, and Quick Attack is there as just a bit of extra priority. And lastly, to keep off hazards from Fortress, but more importantly check Iron Boulder, we are bringing our Great Tusk, rocking a more defensive variant this week to avoid a 2-KO from Iron Boulder's Zen Headbutt upon switching. 156 attack EVs ensure we can still 2-KO defensive Toxapex with Earthquake, Body Press lets us hit Hydreigon and Ursaluna Blood Moon, and Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin provide utility to support the rest of my team. So that's my team for week 8 of the BHDL Pokemon Draft League. As always, if you guys are excited for this new Ubers League Wi-Fi battle, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you're new. We are on our way to 200 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'd love for you to be a part of us reaching that goal. And with that, I've held you all up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright y'all, so here we are with the week 8 battle, and we're going up against our buddy Lucario Man. I just finished writing down his team, and honestly we got the team quite right. Conkeldurr is quite a scary mon for sure. The rest of the team is about as I expected. No Incineroar, that is definitely interesting. No Ursaluna Blood Moon either, so Hydreigon is the only real Lunala counter. I'm going to lead off with my VIKAVOLT in this one. I actually did already write his team down. And he does have 2 forms of hazard removal, so the sticky web plan might not work out as well, but I reckon we can still get some good stuff done, because we really do want to get that speed drop on the Iron Boulder and the Fluttermane. You guys are excited for this new League of the Uber's Wi-Fi Draft League. New league, what? New video of the Uber's Wi-Fi League. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And also go subscribe to my boy Lucario, man. I'll leave his link in the channel below. He makes some great content and definitely deserves the love. Let's get into this one. I do think this is quite a tough matchup. He's going to lead off with the Reshiram, kind of as expected. Obviously expecting my VIKAVOLT lead, which I think is a really solid play. However, we have our what's it called? Our Custard Berry. So we're going to hit Endure immediately. I assume he wants to click maybe Blue Flare or Fusion Flare right off the bat. But this is our way of getting sticky web. If he goes for Blue Flare, so we will be able to endure that. Perfect. And we will obviously get our Custard Berry in range here. We do not get burned very luckily. We're going to get sticky web up here. And this Reshiram has Blue Flare. Could be Specs, potentially. Could be Specs. There we go. We're going to eat our Custard Berry. We are going to lose VIKAVOLT turn 1, unfortunately. That is honestly okay. As he's actually going to withdraw the Reshiram and go immediately into the Conkeldurr. Very interesting there. We're going to go for Sticky Web now. He could Mark Punch. He could obviously attempt to remove my hazards. He is Guts and Flame Orb, which is good to know. Probably going to see a Defog here, honestly. Kind of want to make the Lunala play already, but sadly I don't have a Psychic move to actually OHKO this thing. We should be faster than this thing, unless he's got very significant speed investment. Probably going to see a Defog here, right? Problem is, if he does, what else can I get Sticky Web on? Honestly, not really anything. I mean, maybe the Foragers, actually, but that thing could also kill me with Rapid Spin. We are unfortunately torn on our Empoleon. We're not competitive this week. I think I'm just going to stay in and get some chip on him with Discharge. I don't really know what else to do. Okay, he goes for Mark Punch. Perfect. That's actually really good. Okay, that's fine. So webs do stay up. And Conkeldurr KOs VIKAVOLT. Takes a little bit of chip from that. And Conkeldurr does also have Mark Punch. I also forgot to mention he's Terra Steel the Iron Dragon, which is his only Terra Captain on deck this week. Gonna make the Lunala play. I don't think I'm ever actually in range of a KO from this thing. Let's see. Conkeldurr. Maybe he stays in and goes for a knockoff. Nope. Another thing does get knockoff. Gonna sub up here, I think. Obviously, I do obviously friend this thing with a Psychic move. He doesn't actually know that I don't have one. He could obviously risk staying in, but he probably is definitely at risk of dying to a Psychic move. And I want to be able to catch the Hydreigon coming in on a stab move from Lunala. And we want to be able to get our Meteor Beam off. So we'll see what he wants to do. We obviously do have the web sub, which is amazing. If he does go for Defog here, we do get a completely free sub with Lunala, which is amazing. So he could make that trade. And honestly, at that point, I'm actually okay with that. He does withdraw. Perfect. So we do get this right. Let's see who comes in. Probably the Hydreigon. That does sound like Hydreigon. Perfect. Free sub up here. Focus Blast does have a good shot at killing, obviously. He is Terra Steel as well, so he will not be able to resist this. Or do I want to go for Meteor Beam? Meteor Beam actually does get this thing heavily chipped as well. The Incineroar's not here, so I'm honestly not too worried about it. I think I do want to keep my Meteor Beam for the thingy though, so I'm actually going to Focus Blast here. Let's see if we can land it. He does go for Dark Pulse. Breaks my sub, obviously. I have systematically decided that I'm going to land this Focus Blast. Lunala, you got this. And he has Life Orb, good to know. So this might actually kill if we land it. Perfect, we go for Focus Blast there. And it takes out the Hydreigon. Beautiful, that is the biggest threat gone immediately. Lunala, my absolute goat. Love it. I just wrote down that VIKAVOLT can kill them. No, sir, that's the other way around. Whoopsie-doo. Let's do this properly. Do have webs up as well, which is amazing. Foragers cannot come in here to try and defog my stuff away. Yeah, that's the risk of Focus Blast, man. If it hits, it's devastating. Like, he was the one called Devastation, but we were really the one that devastated him with the attack there. So glad I brought Sub, because initially I was Agility as well in prep, but I'm very, very glad I brought Focus Blast. It does make sense as well, obviously, to bring it into an Ursaluna Blood Moon team, which is not here as well, which is cool. So let's see what comes in. In comes the Flutter Mane, which I will be faster than unless it's Boots. And it looks like... Oh, wait, well, hold on, wait, it could be Scarf, though. Okay, never mind, it's Booster Energy. So what do we see? Special attack. This thing needs to be very, very bulky in order to survive this hit. -1, just gonna make sure. Yeah, I am faster than this thing. Moonguy's Beam guaranteed Oko. Maybe he forgot that if the sticky webs were up, he would get a special attack boost, not a speed boost. Yeah, we're gonna hit Moonguy's Beam, man. We know he's not Kasibberry either. This thing needs to be very bulky to live this. Yup, down goes Flutter Mane. Yeah, I think he forgot about the interaction between Sticky Web and Boost Energy. That's unfortunate. Lunala already absolutely putting it over. Dude, I swear that every single time I try and do something with Iron Moth, Lunala always just comes and steals the spotlight. Like, I get that this is the Uber that I paid 30 points for, but like... and not like I'm complaining, but I just find it funny. So Flutter Mane gone. Hydreigon gone. Harrod Hall comes in, that is the Fortress. Gets caught on the Sticky Web as well. He could Gyro Ball me. I'm actually going to substitute once just to see if he has Thunder Wave, because I do not want to get hit by that. Gyro Ball will break my sub, but I just don't want to be status, because I'm honestly okay with this if this happens. Let's see, we go for sub here. Goes for Volt Switch, perfect. So we actually get a free sub up here as well. So Lunala is sitting in an amazing position, ladies and gentlemen. So that leads me to believe that he doesn't actually have a move to break our sub with as well, which is obviously amazing for us. Fortress has Volt Switch. I'll write that down real quick, which we can block with Great Tusk. Conkeldurr does come back in. This thing does not, unfortunately, die to Moonguy's Beam. But I mean, I'm just going to go for it anyway. Obviously, if we don't get outsped, never in a million years. So yeah, we're just going to get chip off on this thing. He could defog the webs away now, but it does mean that I will be able to take him out with my sub up, so... This obviously does reveal to him that we don't actually have a psychic move. Let's see what he goes for. Ice Punch, yep, that will break my sub. That'll definitely do it. Sub goes down. He takes a bit of Burn Chip. We are obviously immune to Mach Punch, which is beautiful. I click Moonguy's Beam again. That'll be a dead Conkeldurr. And I have actually just realized something. If this, what's it called? I don't want to jump the gun or anything like, you know, I don't want to jump the gun. But if this, Iron Boulder is not Boots, then Lunala could just win the game on the spot right here. Or provided we don't miss the Meteor Beam, which is what we need this for. So this thing does come in, it is not Boots. So I presume it's going to be Specs. We will outspeed him with his Scarf, and we're going to hit Meteor Beam. There we go. Kept that in the back all this time, which we sacrificed for a second move. We're going to raise our special attack. Power Up is going to come into effect. Let's see, can we land? We do land, perfect. Is that a dead Reshiram? It is. Lunala is absolutely broken, ladies and gentlemen. What is this Pokemon? Well, that makes sure that Lunala is going to be the kill leader of this game. Yep, there's a Sticky Web. Alright, I think this is game, ladies and gentlemen, because we are +1 now, and Moonguy's Beam actually ignores the effects of abilities. So, as if last week's Specs Massacre against Adam wasn't already bad enough, now we have this game. And the funniest thing is as well, I was going into this game not expecting this to happen, because of the fact that he has Incineroar, Ursaluna Blood Moon, and Hydreigon on his squad. But it just so happened to be that every single piece fell in the right place. Yeah, +1 Moongeist Beam kills this thing, and again, Moongeist Beam literally bypasses the effective ability, so even Sturdy's not going to help him at this point. Yep, so we go for Moongeist Beam. And that is a wrap. That was possibly the quickest game I've ever had in BHDL. Don't really know what else to say. GG's to Lucario Man. I do apologize, because honestly this game wasn't even that interesting, but hey, if anything, it shows that Lunala's broken. That's Lunala is absolutely busted as hell, and I'm so glad that my team is able to do it justice, because I have seen Lunala not do very well in other Ubers leagues. But yeah, very quick battle that was. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Much love to Lucario Man, honestly. I wouldn't wish this upon anyone, but that's Lunala. Again, still hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you guys next week in the final week of the regular season, which is going to be week 9, where we take on Rolder, Coach of Dun and the Crocodiles. Again, thank you for tuning in, and peace out.